Hellbear Smasher. Look how fast this thing is, dude. 425. They cookie the Hellbear. They get in for the clap. Attempting to turn. The Winter's Curse comes out. Envy getting low, but does survive. And now Viver gets brought down with another Spirit Siphon.
This is very interesting. So if you think about it, neutral creeps, like everything got nerfed across the board in a lot of ways, but neutral creeps weren't, like their power wasn't nerfed, right? Helm of the Dominator only got like one nerf compared to a lot of the other stuff too. So it's still a very strong item. It's an aura based item, and they have a DP, so anything that can help you like group up and play Dota, pretty nice.
So, and the aura has been changed around a little bit. It's the Dominator aura now. Increases allied hero and player units base damage by 20%, health regen by 4.25, has a 50% bigger effect on player unit. That is pretty solid. Is this a sleeper item, dude?
I think it's a sleeper item outside of it. Like, everyone knows that it's still insanely good on any of the normal heroes that buy it, right? It still feels really strong. Is it the next, like, Necro that, like, Spectres are going to buy? Maybe. We might be back there. I mean, remember there was that period where, like, all the hard carries were buying it? Like, Black was buying it on Animage and stuff?
It was, like, right after they changed it, so it had
the move speed.
Build up.
It had the 425 move speed. So then it could be, like, joining team fights and stuff while the main hero was just farming. Or it could be, like, vice versa. It could be, like, creep cutting and stuff.
Dire structures.
I mean, with all the other nerfs they have with like Heart of Tarrasque or Ring of Tarrasque and everything, this kind of makes sense that they would just move on to the next item in that vein.
Dire's middle tower is falling.
It's definitely threatening. I love Hellbear Smasher, the way he just runs around.
Yeah, 1500 HP. If you get it first item, the creeps feel pretty intimidating. Guess he's got some mana. Braxy up top. He out. The Braxman will live.
He has made so much space this game. I can't believe he's only died one time. I feel like every time I look at him, there's two heroes chasing him at least.
For the farming exorcism. He's also picked up a jelly here, Trent.
Who got the other one? Troll. Nice.
Oh, Troll.
Good. I mean, I don't want one of these supports stealing it again.
Out there. As a support, I love taking the jelly.
Don't do it, dude. As a support, I know I shouldn't. Look at this. See, they didn't give it to Tusk this time. They gave it to Ember and Slark. These are correct heroes that have jellies. I'm sure Oceans just claimed it was a misclick in the last series. It's like, sorry, guys. Darn.
Oh, fuck. I was trying to move her out of my backpack.
No. Big old remnant chase. Ooh, just missed. Oh, they got him with the sprout, though, and he's got nothing to cut. It's in your backpack. No! The tango in his backpack. Hey, he's still dead, let's be honest. But
this is the delicate moment, though. It's 4-4, less than a 1K net worth lead. This is when the next kind of turn starts to happen. Sometimes in this 15 to 20 minute window, you kind of have to fight fire with fire. The 5-man happens.
Well, what happens is that the team that was ahead, even if they got their first items, this is the moment where the team that's behind has their first items, but the team that's ahead hasn't picked up their second. So the net worth lead doesn't actually exist. It's like, if you look at Troll, he's got 1,500 gold, but he's still just holding a helm and treads. Whereas, like, maybe your Slark, like, just finished Diffusal and doesn't have that much gold. In this case, he's actually pretty equal to the Troll, but it's those kind of moments that happen. Like, the second Quinn gets the Spirit Vessel, it's going to be a huge spike for him, and not much will have changed for the Dire. Now, mind you, Envy getting that BKB first makes a lot of sense versus a Spirit Vessel, because they're going to target him every time with it.
Maybe it's just a good read on how aggressive Quincy crew want to be.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They are getting active. Slark seems to want to put this Diffusal to good use. Going to cut the wave and probably get that tier 2 up top. Associates
top tower is under attack.
Positioning like they might try to pressure down bottom. Now Moo has the Dark Troll Summoner.
I do worry a bit that they haven't had a single lasso, like mid-game lasso kind of play, or a Snapfire ult that I can recall.
Top tower has fallen.
They haven't really been able to use their heroes.
There's absolutely no team fighting. This is just split farm, little pickoffs here. I mean, if you look at who's even died, the Winter Wyvern twice. It's all supports, dude. Now we're going to see the lasso. They're going to catch SVG. Same thing, though. They're just these little support picks. Skill's not worth that much gold.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This is Farm Central.
Radiant structures are fortified.
How thrilling.
Envy speed. Whoa, the shards actually push him away. Snowball in, but he does have a siphon moving. Is he going to be able to sustain here without the Yules? It's a little scary. Mortimer's Kisses, though, doing a lot of damage, and Viver ends up being the first casualty of this one. Another kill up for Business Associates.
That could have been a lot worse if he had the recipe done on the Spear Vessel. That was only the urn, and you saw how low Envy got. And that was with his wand being used, too. Whereas he would have had the big reduction from the vessel.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Brax is, oh, he's got this ward to help out, too. But he's just cutting all of these waves. What a nuisance. Down bottom
here with his first target. Drops the dunk, but it's not going to do much. Now Moo in some trouble. Not enough battle trance. That defusal already paying for itself. 2 down on Business Associates. Idiot Smoke out of the Quincy crew. Hungry for more.
Yeah, that is one thing we haven't really discussed that much, is just like the cooldown Dota. That they're very much hampered by their cooldowns on the dire side, where the Radiant don't have any. It's like Shadow Dance is the biggest cooldown they have to worry about, and that's only at 70 seconds now anyway.
Even Winter's Curse is that long.
Radiant's
They don't even need. Oh, he got the Spear Vessel Courier.
Okay.
That's a two minutes without it, man. That really hurts your spike. Jeez.
Well, the BKB is out on the Death Prophet.
I will say I don't like that they made Fear the 5. I really prefer the Shaker as the 4 in this situation. I think Shaker without Blink is just like so bad. At least if they're gonna make it like this, Fear needs to go find that space. I don't think he can be like smoking right now. I think he needs to be up top when this wave pushes in and farming that.
It always feels like a hero. You're holding your breath until the Blink Dagger comes. Then you can actually... Yeah, he's not even close. That's the other thing. Nice setup, though. Right down the Bat Rider, and they need this kill. They're not going to find it. Quinn able to get away thanks to the Winter's Curse. Fear down. Quinn taking a lot of damage. Envy now turning onto Yawar. He's going to be forced to jump out as Mortimer Kisses come. I think it's a kill on the Earthshaker.
I don't know why Brax pulled him like that. I feel like that was a play for a hero that doesn't have slight and everything. Maybe he thought he'd get silenced or something.
OMB with BKB now going to charge forward. MSS once they do most damage. The tech gets used, but they are dropping like flies. This is Business Associates all day. Yawar now on the run. They've lost MSS. They've lost Fiverr. SVG getting chased down. So many slows. Moo trying to close the gap. And there's the cookie. This is the ranged axes, but doesn't matter. Still sets it up for Envy.
Why did that just get turned around so hard? What happened to the situation? Basically, they started chasing, thinking, okay, we've got them on the run, and they're running into Exorcism, pretty much, right? And the fact that Snapfire, sure, she used her ulti, but she used 3 cookies in that fight. And Cookie is broke.
I think it was a lot of the DP. You look at the team fight breakdown, and that did the most damage by far.
Yeah, it's definitely mostly that. I will agree with that. Oh, now they have the mech done on Snapfire, too, which means those turnaround situations are going to get even worse. Up top.
Braxton up, quickly surround. Pick off for the Quincy.
Now, this is what I will say, is that's why Fear has not been farming there. Because at least Brax has a chance to escape, but even when a creep wave is that close to the base, Fear will never be safe farming that versus a Slark and a Nature's Prophet draft. So that's why he's trying to like stay active here and help in these team fights. And maybe it'll work versus Yawar, but... Oh, with the Echo. No. Oh, the cookie?
Oh. Snaking there. They need a little more.
Oh, MSS TP'd in the back line. Work down Fear. Now snaking.
Double kill!
Okay, how quickly it turns. Moo finds a good spot in the trees. They ping.
So they had curse too.
Turn time.
That would have been bad.
Huh.
Well, Exorcism's back.
Yeah, very much
Dire's
feels like
bottom
Quincy
tower
crew
is
in
under
control,
attack.
and that's what the
Dire's
make or break
structures
is.
are
Dude,
fortified.
Envy
fighting an
is
extra-
wild. Look at his build.
Pressure?
He's got the casual playmail under Refresher to abuse his like super fast BKB and his ulti. If this works, if he manages to get this, I'll be so impressed.
Dude, this man is crazy.
He's like,
I mean, the double ult is
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
it's pretty crippling, but it basically makes your cooldown that of the Refresher.
Well, it's more like you get 2 fights. I think it's like, I don't think it's 1 fight you use both.
Oh, I was thinking you win the fight and then you use it to punish and take objectives.
There is that. That's definitely possible, but you can also use it like, okay, we won the fight. Now, if another fight happens, I can just pop this. Or you can go the strategy of just instant pop because the cooldown is going to be longer on the, you know, you just want to have it ready. It's always a tough call.
Quick skull basher now out on the troll as we see Quincy crew rather move into the Roche pit.
They're coming though. They're smoked up. Brax has the blink, the lasso.
It's not going down that fast. There's no medallion on Biver, and they rightfully move out of the pit. Business Associates looking for one. Brax grabs the lasso onto MSS. Out comes the exorcism. Big time damage coming in as Fear breaks it up. They get the first pick. The winner's curse. Brax going to go down, but he's already gotten off his lasso. It's not the biggest loss on the side of Business Associates. Now the buyback onto Tusk. Buyback onto Brax. Prophet has it, holding onto it for now. Envy trying to get as much damage in onto Roche as he can, but Exorcism about to expire in 10 seconds or so. Here again with a nice fissure, trying to block things out a little bit. Envy without the Exorcism has to ditch the pit. The problem for Business Associates is they don't really kill Roche that quickly, especially without Exorcism. Ember jumps up onto the high ground.
Purge that Ember. Get the creep on him. Oh yeah, purge him. Nice flame guard, idiot. Quinn's pinging it. He's like, yo, what the hell? I just got purged. Where'd my flame guard go?
Oh, they catch Snake.
It's a big silence.
Envy's in. He's got Spirit Siphon on 2. Buyback from Snake King. Brax barely makes it to the high ground to survive.
Ooh, 50 HP after that blast. Pings of there's a ward there, but there is not.
Envy now low on charges for the Spirit Siphon. Back into Roche for the Quincy crew. BA might just have to let this go, realizing they don't have the resources. And that'll be an Aegis in the hands of Yawar.
It's gonna take a second. Gotta dry off the hands there, but a sweaty action.
Woo!
Some close ones, you know. Relax, get a drink.
Arms are heavy after that one.
Give you guys the time to scroll down below the stream and check out the COVID-19 relief fund that we've got going on here.
What a game so far. The Quincy crew off to a great start. Now with an Aegis, they're kind of running the show. Slark has a Scotty coming, Trent.
A Scotty? Wow, that has a new effect.
Oh my gosh, you're right. What does it do, bud?
It reduces your regen. That seems pretty bad for a Death Prophet.
So you're telling me an item that Slark already wanted to buy now does a thing that's even better against Death Prophet? Damn.
Now, I don't actually know how that works with BKB. I didn't check it.
As in, like, does it...
Yeah, exactly. Because obviously the old effect went through BKB, which makes me assume the new one does.
Good.
And in fact, it does. According to the wiki, it does indeed pierce. So it's still going to reduce all of the lifesteal and the regen. That is nasty.
That's so good.
Because it's just been built into part of the other ability. It's not a separate effect. So yeah, it definitely works.
Dude.
You know, I actually haven't got to cast a Scotty since it got changed. This is my first one.
Same. Dude. That is so amazing against Death Prophet.
That's awful.
Because it's not even like an active or something. You know, Spirit Vessel, okay, you need charges. Like, there's some potential drawback to it.
Yeah.
Nope. This is, you still get all the stats, you get everything that you wanted, and you just have to keep right-clicking her. That's all. It's
and it doesn't, it can't be dispelled. Like, you can't BKB after or something, or, you know, get dispelled by your team. It's completely undispelled.
Right. Yeah, it lets you drive the ship. And there's also a mech, soon-to-be Guardian Greaves, on Snake King. And perfect item. Wowzers. I hope we get to see this refresher from Envy. I want to see it. I want to see if it has a glimmer of hope. if I should maybe be buying Refresher more often, because I don't. Here comes MSS. He finds Fear. Yeah, close call. There it is. Yuar has the Scotty.
So yeah, Fear's completely forsaken us, by the way. He's just going Vlad's to try and help versus the Ember and the Slark. But he's never going to have Blink this game. Unless we go like 50 minutes.
KB coming from Moo. A smart item choice there, even against the Wyvern.
Not the Purge creep. Guys, micro. Moo.
Oh.
It's a lot of gold.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
5k net worth despite only a 1-kill gap.
Dire's
And despite that
bottom tower is
pause,
under attack.
there's still 3 minutes left on the Aegis. So we got a while for them to do this.
Huge item on the Wyvern. That's the Blink Dagger. That's what SVG's been saving for.
Dire's middle
Sleep.
tower is under attack.
Lets you get those big curses from afar. Snake King repelled down bottom. MSS putting in a lot of work on this Prophet.
He
I like
is.
that early Maelstrom. He's been split pushing like crazy. He went back to the Orchid for a little single target. Got the mech now. It's a great, well-rounded build.
He's a jack of all trades.
And still a master of pushing.
That's wow, what a hero. Yeah, whatever happened to Master of None? Is there a new season coming out? That show was dope.
I don't know. After Aziz had his whole thing, I don't know if he quite got back up on the horse.
Deceptive rune of invisibility.
Did you see his last stand-up on Netflix? It was a little
I think I did.
very introspective. Oh, move. Cheated on by Yuar. Remember, he has the agent now on this Slark, so can't afford to go down, and will do so. Very aggressive positioning to start this one off. Move's going to stand his ground. Gets off the blind. Fiber comes in. They kill Move. The snowball's there. Buyback is available. He's going to hold it for now. Lasso. They're going to try to finish off Quinn. They got it.
Oh, big kills.
Also went down in the fray. BKB from Envy. Charging forward. Not going to need any buybacks here as Yuar goes in onto Brax. Out of mana. Going to be running out of options. Snake King's there. Forces Yuar back. Cookie out of the trees.
Dire's bottom tower.
Blinking in. And that'll be to his death. Does get off the winner's curse.
That was a bit crazy.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
Really wanted the winner's curse.
Trying to set up for a Slark. The Slark's building all these stacks and it still feels really strong. Oh no, oh no, oh no!
Caught. Now
that's so bad.
Kill.
All this before was just like, okay, well, you put pressure on them and, you know, regroup and think about it better for next time. And there's no ultis. Maybe we can fight after. Now it's just like, uh-oh. Now this means Business Associates could just, like, go anywhere on the map. What is MSS doing?
Coming in, he's going to bring the pain. Goes on to Snapfire. Does have some follow-up from Viber. Snowball in. Yule's Scepter intercepts things, and now Snake King's going to get brought down.
That was a risky play, considering, but it worked out. They started the TP with the Tusk. The Ember was running there as fast as he could with his remnants. And the Prophet just TP'd in. They created a 3-on-2 with only a single TP.
Oh, you were right, though. Quincy crew were losing map control, and they reacted right away to try to maintain some of this presence. It could cost them, though. Quinn, caught by the lasso. He's going to go down. Now more on to Tusk.
They're getting...
Quincy crew giving away a lot of kills here.
Yeah, these are double kills without Exorcism. This is very bad, because now you're just lowering the gap that you have before the next Roche. And yeah, that's the Orbit Destruction.
Although Troll also does really like Vampire Fangs.
That is true. DP really wants someone to carry that orb for.
Okay, now here's a real curveball for you, Trent. You were talking shit about Fear's farm on this Earthshaker.
Yep.
He's got the Philosopher's Stone, and he's got the Force Staff queued up. Does this change the odds of getting a Blink Dagger before this game ends?
Yes, and I actually appreciate that he's going Force Staff first, because I think they are playing a more defensive style that he doesn't necessarily have to make the big blink thanks to Brax, but he does need to help people versus this Slark, because they're tailoring their fights around these Slark, around the Slark as Chaos, or sorry, as Quincy crew, so They need somebody to break the leash.
I am still scared of these BKBs, though. Quincy crew just gave a couple of gifts over. They're still in a pretty commanding position, and Slark is closing in on this fresh BKB, although Troll also just picked up his. So, dude, Moo rather is rolling in neutral items right now. He can't decide. He's like, all right, Vampire Fangs, Mindbreaker, Orb of Destruction. Is he just gonna go mass backpack and keep swapping them out?
Yeah, I guess so. While he's farming, he's gonna go with the Vampire Fangs. When he fights, he'll put on the Mindbreaker and then swap it right for the Orb of Destruction.
Yeah, while the Mindbreaker's on cooldown.
That seems a little bit intense.
I'm ready. All right, you got to watch Moo in this next fight. They're smoked up. I want a full report.
He just switch it in right now, though, right? For the silence after this. It's too late now.
All right, well, they will lasso the Ember. He needs some follow-up, and it's not there. Winner's Curse goes the other way. Brax in an awkward spot will probably survive. Met to pick him back up. Now Yawara goes in. Viver alongside. Snake King goes down first. Viver sustaining thanks to the cold break.
Fisher.
But Moo is going to be able to finish him off. That's the 1-for-1. BKB from Yawara in the backside. Goes in onto Moo, and he's down. No buyback on the Troll. Now Braxy going to be in trouble. Envy pops the Exorcism. Holds the BKB. Brax still alive, and MSS in the back line. Going to find Fear, a BKB of his own. Envy just TPs out and leaves Brax high and dry. 1-for-4. It's going to be the Quincy crew that take the fight.
These one fights that have come off the back of that DP damage, and all the damage you see there in the recap was just her, like, while TPing out. She was able to do that much to a Slark, but she didn't contribute anything to the actual team fight there because of how awkward that whole started. Excellent Winner's Curse. That was all set up by SVG. Just, like, stopping the initiation completely, and it was a really awkward spot. Now, Envy, he's in an awkward spot, too.
He's about to lose Exorcism. This is not a good time to take this kind of fight. The Cookie will save him. The rest of Chaos now. They're making it towards the low ground. SVG knocked back, but still alive. Actually pretty healthy. Gets brought down. 2 buybacks used by business associates. And they will repel after the dive. Maybe a fake back.
A big ulti on the Snake King.
Yeah, that hurt. Well, some economic damage done. The business associates now 10K net worth lead. Percent win rate, according to Dota Plus.
That was
Here it is, though.
That was 610 damage, Nature's Wrath, by the way. That's actually insane.
Now, Refresher Orb up on Envy. Custom made build. Big E right here. BKB, casual plate mail into Refresher.
If he has this ready for the Roche, too, the first Exorcism will be back in time for Roche. Oh, they got spotted. Oh, wait, no, that was pink.
Roche up in 15. Yeah, 20-second window.
All right, SVG has the power to do it again. He has the telescope, and he's working on the Aether Lens, too. When you have Blink, Telescope, and Aether Lens, your range of initiation as Wyvern is unbelievable. Like, your Blink and your Winter's Curse just both go so far. So they've had to essentially defensively smoke here as business associates to retake their own jungle, but this is a staging platform. It's like when you build something on the moon to launch to Mars. This is the moon. They're on it. Funnick's not here, but they are the Moon Lords, and they're going in.
Going to the moon?
Well, we're already there now, but now the enemy's on the moon. There's aliens on your moon. Look out!
In the pit we go. Exorcism's live, but they're going to lose Fear right away. Snake King also. It's a 4v5, and Snake King buys back, but now they lose Brax. Can Envy do the damage necessary? Viver low, stuck in the pit, doesn't get the shards, and on the other side, they lose SVG. Moo still alive, now trying to focus on Viver. Won't get it, thanks to the bash from Roche. At the pit, Moo's going to be in big trouble. He gets the cookie. Battle trance is on. The Troll's going deep, and he can't control it. Now stuck inside the Sprout, he'll fall. Business associates in trouble. Roche still standing, and in eye line of the Quincy crew.
I am not sure what happened with their positioning. That looked like some, like, 2K Dota. I don't know what... There must have been some big brain play they were going for, but the fact that they just stood the Batrider and the Earthshaker right down there, and they got walked on, maybe they just didn't expect that angle, but that fight was just over. The second that happened, that was it.
It did end up being kind of a weird angle to initiate, so I can see why they got caught off guard by it. But meanwhile, in the base, the dives are here. Snake King's back alive, but not for long. Quinn up in Granny's grill. It'll finish her off. Tree number 4 is down. Picks up another one, rather. And this is looking like Quincy Crew's game. Envy has not died yet this game. 8-0 and 10, but now watching his barracks fall. DP used the refresher, has Exorcism BKB.
Don't worry, yeah, Quinn's got his Agnus. Game's good now.
Barracks have fallen. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks have fallen.
All right, the siege continues. Mid lane
Just
down.
ends up throwing the death, dude.
Yawar jumps in with the BKB. Interfere. Not going to see an Echo to close this one out. Yawar actually gets kind of low.
Too bad he's Slark. Has an Aegis still.
Yeah. 2 facts. Buybacks looking rough to business associates. A little surprised they're still trying to hang on here.
Oh no, Envy.
On to Envy. Oh, the troll. Mary Kyle takes your own medicine with Exorcism available. Moo is going to use the ulti. That'll keep him alive. Struggling to sustain.
He's Scotty during it, dude. He's just not getting anything.
Dude, Scotty is so good now. The perfect item against these heroes. Dive GG's called, and game 1 going the way of the Quincy Crew. Much deserved there.
Yeah, and Yawar didn't even die there at the end, so he got to keep his 1 death in this whole game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You'll never find my home.
Killing spree!
Carry me on.
Art purified.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I go to glory.
Dismissed.
Beast bomb. Beast bomb.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Killing spree! Execution style!
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What a bounty!
Ace.
Money to burn.
Don't mind if I do. 'Tis mine.
Dire's top tower has been denied. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. top tower is under attack.
I must be dreaming.
Killing spree!
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh boy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks have fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Double kill!
I persevere in the face of evil.
Double kill!
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Claim me.
Wash up!
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Wicked shit!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What kind of war is this?
Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top barracks.
Killing spree! Monster kill!
Radiant's ancient is under attack.
Dominating! Double kill!
Dire victory. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Do it with flair.
Me.
Jackpot. Invisibility.
Wicked Carnage!
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Unstoppable! Ownage!
In a tear. Rock it on.
Radiant team ban.
Invitational, we prefer the term "de." Thank you very much.
Yeah,
You are north of the wall.
Dire team
that's
ban.
true. My bad. Yeah, I took 1 year of French when I was in grade school. Spanish as I up.
I don't know anything in Spanish.
That's why we compliment each other so
There
well.
you go. It's perfect.
Radiant team ban.
I am ban de Tisk. La Phoenix. I feel like that's probably La Phoenix. Le Oiseau. What's fire? Fieu? Le Oiseau Fieu? There you go.
Fuego in Spanish. El fuego.
I mean, that is one thing, is that I could understand a decent amount of the Spanish
10
just because of
seconds
French when I
remaining.
was in Mexico.
Well,
You can
yeah,
get
it's all
by.
Latin
5
derivative,
seconds
yeah.
remaining.
Thank you kindly,
Sister.
languages.
sister languages.
I feel bad for people that English isn't their
Dire
first
team
language, because
ban.
it just seems awful to have to learn.
I did until I talked to more people that learned English, and they all said it's super easy because all the TV shows and music they want to listen to and watch are in English.
I mean,
So
that's
you
true,
get
but
this
you can also
natural
do the
practice.
same thing in every other language.
Yeah, but it's not nearly. Well, you're watching a good show with some voice lines in Chinese. It's not the same as watching like Game of Thrones, the tier 1 content
seconds remaining.
Okay, fair enough.
that's written in the native tongue. Like it's completely
It
different.
would be a
5
good excuse to watch
seconds remaining.
Bollywood, and every clip I've ever seen from Bollywood makes me want to watch Bollywood. So
Radiant team
Yeah.
ban.
That's crazy. I mean, India has such a large population that Bollywood, those actors are the most popular in the world in terms of compared to Hollywood.
that's kind of crazy to think. Does that mean cricket players are the most in terms of athletes?
Probably, dude. Is a
Don't
Don't they
whole
love
other-
cricket?
I watched a 20-minute video trying to explain
Dude, I did the
cricket
same
for
thing.
dummies. And at the end of it, I was like, I still can't explain this. I can't remember any of the terminology. Zealand, they were sort of into it, and people were trying to explain it to me. And between the accents, I felt like I was in Middle Earth. I was like, what the fuck are we talking about? It's a sport from another dimension, man.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, the interdimensional void spirit will be the last ban, the first phase, as Quincy
Hey,
crew
there you go.
go into their picks. Ember is banned. Death Prophet is banned. Those have been our 2 starters so far. Game 1, it was the DP of this series.
But, Coddle has made it through.
Oh, that's a good show. But the Ember's gone. So then how valuable is the Coddle?
Well, so we had this
SVG likes
conversation.
Coddle a lot.
Exactly. We had this conversation during BTSC, and I think the teams voted with their picks that Coddle is still kind of worth it. Potentially a Gyro Wisp combo at a Quincy crew. We did see that pop up once in C.
They're canceling out the Coddle pick as well. So now they're picking Gyro to secure themselves Coddle. So they can go Gyro Coddle opener, but you don't really want to pick Coddle now as business associates because they'll have the flat cannon counter. And if you pick Coddle now, then they're going to pick Snapfire next on Quincy crew. It's kind of like a checkmate maneuver here by picking the Gyro first.
5 seconds.
So do you think Quincy crew want the Coddle 100%?
Yeah.
No chance this is a Gyro Wisp?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. Unless maybe if the 2 heroes are really bad versus Wisp, but I just think the Coddle's kind of better in the current patch. I don't know if Wisp has looked that amazing, especially now with the Spirit Vessel being buffed and Scotty having that effect. That could turn out pretty poor for you.
That is a fair point.
Because what's kind of crazy now about the 20% AoE, if you think about it, is now the Spirit Vessel, you're not just targeting on the one, you're actually hitting IO and the tether partner. And you're double reducing the benefit for that person. So it's awful now. Man, Spirit Vessel owns IO.
Stupid hard counter. Kind of want to buy in a lot of... Anyway, now Rubik Brew, the opener for business, is interesting and cool.
Well, Brax really likes this hero. I know the Brewmaster.
He does, for better or for worse.
Yep.
We've had quite the emotional roller coaster with quite the drunken tale.
It has its ups and downs, much like Drunken Brawler. It's
10 seconds remaining.
It's good at tossing up that one special hero, like the Gyro, if they're fully based around him. Maybe you can just keep him in control with the Wind Panda. But as expected, there's the Coddle. Now, here's another thing though, is that Gyro used to be considered pretty good versus Brewmaster. You can kill the pandas if you're ahead.
Didn't they get slightly buffed? I feel like they got...
Oh, they've gotten a lot of buffs lately, yeah, for sure.
10 seconds remaining.
But they're still, I mean, if you're going to find a unit to actually threaten the pandas, Gyro's definitely one of them.
Team ban.
Especially with all these triple rapier games, the pandas will just die.
Hey Trent, real quick, what does that pennant on your wall behind you say? It looks like it's...
It's Excite Bike. It's the Excite Bike guy. And it just says Excite Bike in Japanese, because that's, where the game was made.
Oh, it is Japanese. I was going to say that, but I
think it is.
In case it wasn't,
yeah,
I didn't want to come
Japanese.
off as uninformed.
I mean, I assume it is, because Excite Bike is made in, Nintendo,
5
Japan.
seconds remaining.
There you go, Twitch chat. You owe me one.
Oh, did they ask? I loved Excite Bike. That was one of the first games I remember playing as a wee lad on the NES. So, yeah, I bought that from one of those charity auction things. One of the AGDQs,
I see. Good on you.
Yep. Yeah, people think it's an anime pennant, which makes it even funnier because I don't watch anime, but I like that kind of gets the yas and kind of triggers some people, so it's...
Queen of Pain banned out. And thinking about this one, is a ban into a pick.
I'm taking Snapfire, I think, if I'm business associates. I think I'm playing at 5 for Fear. And either Snapfire or Nyx. Oh, they're hitting Grimstroke instead. Why are they hitting Grimstroke? Grimstroke, okay, Soulbind does not work with the Panda spells, and I hate it. Unless it's been changed, it has never worked with it. It doesn't work with any of the player units is the main reason. But so I feel like the Pandas should be different.
The Stone Toss, it doesn't work?
Yeah, it doesn't work. No, it's never worked.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Neither does Soul Assumption for some reason, which should also be fixed, but...
10 seconds remaining.
It's still a really good hero.
5 seconds remaining.
Are they going to pick some weird... I mean, they've already got the Brewmaster. When I see a Grimstroke like this, I still think Doom or some combo that's... right now, there's no combo.
I think Inkswell is the hot shit right now, so don't worry too much about the combo.
Radiant team pick.
Grimstroke will eventually get his own gold for it.
Clockwork for Quincy. Nice mobile, aggressive 4. If it's just like Jock. You know, it's nice to have a couple of single targets that you.
I mean, they have Fade Bolt.
10
Fade Bolt's a
seconds
lot of
remaining.
damage when it's doubled, dude. It hits. It's just it's basically Ether Shock.
All
5
right, all
seconds
right. Yeah, you're right.
remaining.
Kind of forgot about Fade Bolt.
So what do we want here? Do we know the offlane yet? We don't, because this is probably a 4 o'clock and a 5 keeper. We don't know the offlane hero. We've already picked our supposed offlane of the Brewmaster Rubik will be facing the Gyro and the Coddle. So now businesses are kind of in a bad spot because they have to pick one core without knowing what its matchup's going to be.
Dire
So they
team
can either
pick.
pick their safe lane or the mid or a flex hero. And they're going to go with the mid. So, I mean, assumedly, for Envy probably. And they'll leave the big pick
Interesting
for Moo.
choice. I guess it generally feels okay against Clockwork. Cogs aren't a huge deal for you once you're level 6.
It's also Radiant side, which I think just feels better in terms of jungling right now.
10 seconds remaining.
So, no, if the matchup's like terrible in the mid lane or something, he can always just retreat.
5
But
seconds
Storm just doesn't have
remaining.
that many matchups that are like pickable and just ruins your game.
Yeah, he's gotten in this weird place where even when it doesn't feel like a perfect Storm game, he doesn't have to be that 10th pick anymore. You can grab him if you got a confident player and you know that you're going to trade. Yeah, you're going to give some space to the enemy mid, but you're going to be able to jungle quick. You're pretty much immune to that creep cutting like Timber Stall that we saw earlier. He's happy just to cut creeps himself and do the same thing.
It's a really good puck game. Not a hero we see much, but puck would be pretty cool here. I feel like that's like a good matchup. There's TA, but TA kind of goes both ways to get like the double damage. I feel like I've seen Storm picked into TA a lot lately. And
Yeah,
then
that doesn't feel like a hard counter match.
there's still Meepo, but I don't know what the hell's going on with Meepo now with all these
Radiant team
changes.
ban.
Invoker.
Ah, okay. This is what they've been picking a little bit lately, the Invoker.
Okay. Solemn banned out.
Alacrity Gyrocopter.
Good. Some solid team fight too. Potential combos with the Clockwork. 100% Quas Wex. Did these patch notes
10 seconds
can't-
allow
remaining.
for the Exort Invoker to come back, huh?
I mean, I'm not a mid
Huh?
player, but I mean,
5
mathematically,
seconds
with the changes to gold and stuff, theoretically, Midas is buffed, right? So that automatically starts you thinking about the Exort Invoker. I don't personally think that I've seen enough to make me go like, oh, do this, because it's not like they buffed any of his abilities in that sense. Unless, I haven't looked at his talents. Maybe the
Dire team
Quas Wex
ban.
ones all get nerfed or something, and the other ones get buffed. Because like he has, his talents have gotten changed around so much. No, they all got nerfed, except for the Forge Spirit Summon, because that was 2. So there you go. That didn't get nerfed.
Okay.
But everything else did. Yeah.
I don't know. With Clockwork, that just makes me think Sunstrike's.
I
10
like the Legion
seconds
ban. I was trying to think
remaining.
what they need, because they need a single target catch for the Storm that's like as fast as possible. And I was
5
thinking
seconds
the
remaining.
Mars, but Mars is banned and Beastmaster's banned. Batrider, I think, is still in, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So they,
Bat is totally an option.
if they pick Bat, then they need a anti-Bat position 1, but there's still pretty much all of them, right? Like Slark's still in, PL's still in, Jug's still in. So that's not really a big concern. I kind of like the Stampede again for the Centaur War Runner.
Does tie their team fight together. That ulti.
I feel like Legion would have been kind of bad because it doesn't like go in enough. I think they need more in the middle of the team fight hero.
Dire team pick.
They could
Good in
Void
lane, though.
Spirit, actually. They could offlane Void. Versus Brewmaster and Storm Spirit before they had their BKBs. Oh, never mind. He's banned too.
Banned.
Fuck. So,
I thought you meant
It's like-
Faceless Void at first. I was like, okay.
it's like they
Okay.
ban all the good heroes or something. God.
I mean, is Faceless Void into 3 that terrible here?
Yes.
It's a little
10
greedy.
He's not a 3.
remaining.
You can't do it. I think his skills
5
have just
seconds
changed to the point
remaining.
where it's like he needs to max bash and buy damage items and not feel terrible.
Is there any way it's a 3 Clockwork? We see that in C at least once, twice, right?
Is it good enough this game for it to be?
Not really.
It's like
Yeah.
mediocre. I think if you knew the other
Radiant
hero,
team
maybe.
pick.
But they take the bat.
Okay.
All right.
So they thought about it. So which one do we want then? Jug is pretty good versus Gyro and Invoker and Batrider. But Jug kind of puts you on a certain pace that you're trying to hit. He does have spin TP other than Lasso, though. It's like the only thing that cancels it, which is kind of good.
Lifestealer is dead, right?
No, Lifestealer's
10 seconds
definitely still
remaining.
playable.
All right, because that is a go-to back counter and great with Storm, not bad with Brew.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, there it is, dude.
There he is.
All right.
He's actually
I like it.
annoying versus Clock now, too. Remember that used to be the counter pick? You would pick Clockwork versus Lifestealer, and now it's completely switched the other way. This guy now has like crazy attack speed for Cogs. He has magic immunity because the Cogs don't pierce through BKB anymore.
Right.
There's like nothing really goes in Clockwork's favor.
Badass cosmetics here that we'll see once we load in. Dark Arts Invoker, the Dragon Mount for Keeper of the Light. Exciting stuff. We'll see if Quincy Crew 2-0s this or if Business Associates can take us to an ace match while we're loading in. Check out that giveaway from
10
Corsair.
seconds remaining.
You got the headset, you got the keyboard, you got the mouse.
5
see if you can go for
seconds
the trifecta.
Get them all.
Collect them all, and whatever you don't win, buy them.
And then get them all in every RGB color to thank Corsair for sponsoring this tournament. Thank you, Corsair.
My setup does not have enough RGB LED.
I got a little bit. It was actually cheaper than the non-RGB version. Or else I would have just bought the non-RGB, but the RGB one was on sale.
Dude, my tower doesn't even have a window in it. It's just a white block. It's a brick.
Yeah, mine's just all black, and it's still just, I don't know, it comes through the vents. It glows.
But who's going to win this game, dude? Business Associates or Quincy Crew? It's on Dota 2 Lounge. Give me the numbers. I need some numbers.
I kind of like Quincy Crew, but
all right, here you go. Dota 2 Lounge, 1.19 for Quincy Crew, 5.27 for Business Associates. Community does not believe in
that. Can't be. There's no way that's right. I mean, that's the biggest value odds of all time.
Well, that's the whole thing. Dota 2 Lounge is like your stupid in-game items, so it's not odds. It's based on how people are betting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Okay. So I believe it. Arcana's.
This is gonna sting.
Well, when your Arcana's by playing Dota.
That was like...
All right, so draft alone, what are your numbers for this? 60-40? You think that the Business Associates have a slight draft advantage, or are you liking this Invoker Coddle massive team fight? I mean, Bat Rider has some synergy with Sunstrike. However, he has gone first point Quas.
I mean, here's the thing. Some drafts I go by the heroes I like, and some drafts I go by the heroes I don't like. I feel like there's more heroes that are making me not want to pick a team than there are heroes making me want to pick teams in this game. So by that metric, I think I hate more of the Business Associates heroes. So I'm going to go for the side of Quincy Crew.
Fight me. Fight me.
Okay.
I feel like I only dislike the Invoker, whereas on the Radiant, I kind of dislike both the Brewmaster as well as the Grimstroke. I mean, the Grim's okay.
What don't you like about Lifestealer?
What do I like about Lifestealer?
No, what don't you like about...
No, I like Lifestealer. I don't like Brewmaster. Sorry, maybe I misspoke. I meant to say Brewmaster.
No, you didn't. I just assumed that you didn't like the Lifestealer.
No, Lifestealer's fine.
I was wrong in that assumption. My bad.
I will say he doesn't feel like incredible, and he kind of relies on those infest ganks still, I think.
Yeah, but do you think with Brew and Storm, you got some cool initiation power and you can pop it and stop it? Hold on, though. Hold on. Up top, Brax in big trouble. The Brewmaster already taking a lot of damage. He'll survive. He's a big boy. But that's a salve's worth of damage already.
That's a big change from the other Brewmaster we saw, right? Like, he's already got the Cinder Brew, whereas the last time we had a Brewmaster, he was laned with a Shaker, I think, for monkeys, and he never even took the Cinder Brew because he didn't have anyone to actually abuse it with. So maybe this lane will be a lot stronger.
Cinder Brew is a weird spell, though.
It is.
Even with a lane partner, sometimes it feels like it's hard to get down.
I'm so glad they got rid of the fire aspect, though. That was the worst. So this is what they're doing. They just use the Fade Bolt and the Cinder Brew and then just keep poking.
Okay. Yeah, that's a
like,
cool combo.
okay.
Yeah, this is... We'll see how it scales.
Dude, look at
level
Snake
1.
That's a lot of damage.
They've got a headdress on SVG. No headdress on the side of Business. It's a Bassie.
Oh, he just got that deny rate in UR's face. Gotta love Fade Bolt.
Mid lane, Invoker versus Storm, a classic. And in terms of farm.
Damn, they are burning through these tangos up top here. The constant Fade Bolt and Cinder Brew. This is pretty good. It is a level 1 value point because it starts at 100 damage and then it only goes up by 60 every time.
Oh, right. They came with a plan. Now, what's going on in the bottom lane? MSS on the Bat Rider.
Boring. They're just pulling creeps. Bat doesn't want to fight the Lifestealer. So.
Moo is sustaining under the tower as a Lifestealer tanking creep. What a surprise.
He's basically laning versus Darkseer right now.
So to the top lane we go. This does seem to benefit the Lifestealer, though. He is one of the better heroes for dealing with this kind of, quote, early pressure.
Oh, yeah. He does not care about farming on the tower at all. It's completely fine by him.
He's in full freeform mode. Even the Gyrocopter, Yawar's not having the best lane so far. Only 5 and 2. Thinking and Brass doing a good job distracting this.
How good are his item builds this game, though? They have a decent amount of stuns. Yeah, for the for Moo, like for the Lifestealer. Like, I feel like it's an armlet game because they have a good amount of stuns that, like, if he jumps out, he can probably just burst someone down. Plus, I don't really think like Radiance is a build anymore. You just go into like these better items through the armlet, like all the Sange-based items and everything.
Status resistance is good. Racks up top. Takes a homing missile. Now Yawar comes in. Rocket Barrage, but there's creeps there. It's a nasty combo on both sides. Gyro Coddle Chakra is a lot of damage output also.
At least there's a counterplay though for Business Associates, right? Because they can just like hide in the creep wave to like negate a lot of the Rocket Barrage, whereas you can't do anything about the Cinder Brew. Other than trying to get split and make sure you don't get doubled.
True.
But even that was close enough if Brax had thrown it.
Mid actually tipping the way of Storm. Right now, Envy getting the better out of Quinn.
It is even on net worth though, so it might be a regen thing.
Gotcha.
It's also, Quinn's going to have the double null now because he's not going bottle. So it should start going his way. He's going to have the damage advantage. Well, actually, I guess because he's Quas, he doesn't, right? Because Storm...
I was just looking at that. Yeah, it's even damage now. Draw back to Quas. What is the build on Quas these days? Orchid anymore.
I assume you do the Spirit Vessel stuff, but I haven't actually got to cast any of these games. Oh, look at this TP from Moo. Wow, they just tried the biggest brain play. Did you see that?
The TP with the ink spell?
Dude, if he had caught him next to the tower with all those creeps, he would have been so dead.
Still a lot of damage. Gets to rage off the stacks of sticky.
That was really smart, though. The fact that he didn't just instantly TP, by going to the high ground instead, he gets all the XP.
Very cool idea.
Dude, that would have been a crazy good kill. I love that he tips him after, like, yeah, nice try.
Fiverr comes in, knocks him with the cogs. Cold snap with the battery assault. This is a pretty brutal combo. This kill in the mid lane. First blood brought to you by Corsair.
I knew we'd get that plug one day. Quinn? What was that? Why didn't he just run in the tower range for like 4 hits?
I don't know. I'm looking up top. More damage exchange, though. The stick is so valued here. The full SPG back. You are trying to put in as much damage as he can, but Fear tips the scales. The stroke will hit Yawar. No follow-up kill. 1-1.
Oh, Envy instantly checks for the ward and swing and a miss there. None there. Biver, I'm sure, is thinking about coming again. He's got Tranquil Boots now, too. That's a very scary clockwork. This Rubik is quite low up top. They could go for a Snay.
Up around, perhaps. Clockwork. He's going to bump into Snake King. Power Cogs come out. Brax on the run. Homing missile on the way. And the King going to be the first to tumble. Doubt they'll chase for more here. Blinding Light. Brax gets brought low. Now the ink swell. He's going to try to pursue on to Fiverr, and he's going to find the counter kill that way. This beat Brewmaster. One beefy bugger.
That was pretty cool, the way the Cinder Brew gets ignited just from the ink swell buildup.
Yeah.
They have a lot of good synergies here. I mean, I guess the spell just needs like magic damage. It's not like it needs very specific heroes, but still playing it really well. SVG gonna throw a sentry there to check, and he's still really low. He'd actually die if he were. He is crazy. Is he gonna live?
Well, again, think so. The blinding light might have been enough.
Oh, he's 5 mana short.
Good. Now it's going back in onto Fear. Yawar, he finds the counter kill.
Oh my god.
Almost a courier to boot.
Mid lane, there's like 5 heroes.
Envy zips up to the high ground. MSS on the hunt. It's snaking. It's going to be caught again. Feels like Fiverr is just making all the right rotations. Now they get the lasso. Connects onto Envy, and he'll get brought down. Big time damage coming out of the Quincy crew.
What a disaster.
Fell apart quick. 5-2, already over a 1K net worth lead.
Oh man, and then he SPG went really deep for that observer. I think Fear is gonna find it though, because you know you're gonna sentry right in the middle. Yeah, he's gonna get it.
Moo thinking about a Desolator first item on the Life Stealer. Not the armlet.
He does have a pretty free start. He's also versus
Fiverr. He's going to get initiated on. I think he might be okay. Stroke. Coddle with some ponies flying across, and Talk will be good.
Radiant's
Tower down in the mid lane already. Quinn got to be happy with that.
Yeah, he puts the tornado in there too, just to guarantee no deny. You know, up top you are pressuring Brax with the call down. Has to pop the last of his raindrops there to keep himself survival and salve up.
Level 5 on the brew. Clockwork almost finds him, but good work from Brax.
Yeah, they're trying to get that kill before he hits 6 and has the turnaround potential. There's a haste rune down there, and Envy is going to get that. That was close to MSS finding it.
Calling that Invoker Spirit Vessel. Got the urn already complete.
I mean, you just need it for the... I mean, you at least need the urn, right? With the cold snap, it's just too good.
Brax getting very close to level 6 as his tower up top gets pushed in. It was a great lane combo, the Rubik Brewmaster. You can see some merit to it, but it's not enough to overpower the classic Coddle Gyro combo.
Top tower is
Or
under
denied
attack.
there.
Dyer's bottom tower is under
Minor
attack.
win for Fiverr.
There's also the good
Radiant
rotations coming up from Fiverr. Fiverr's played really well, I think, on this Clockwork. He set up a lot of good stuff here. Like that whole mid thing, as well as the top kills. They're trying to force him out of this tower with the first split, and they're going to go for the kill on Yawar. He looks pretty dead.
Think so. Coddle trying to do what he can. Force the Earth Panda immune, and he'll get burned down.
Now a further
Finding
chase.
Credit for the kill.
Dude, this Fire Panda does a lot more damage now. Bring him down, get the damage.
GG. He falls quick. Now Fiverr, he's going to make the escape. Only level 3 on this Clockwork, so be a little bit cautious.
That was a really good first split, though. Getting a double kill like that on the lane to beat you. That just recovered a lot of the gold that they were missing. And takes Gyro off the map for some time. And he's going to deny his tower, too. So lane was salvaged. They're going to smoke bottom, though. This is a very aggressive maneuver. Going to try and get a kill using the lasso. They know moves here because he has taken the tower, or the outpost, rather. They're bringing the Invoker, too, but the rotation's spotted by this Observer Ward, so just get ready for a Rage TP. But there's the lasso, so now he can't.
All right, lasso comes out straight away. He's already used the Rage. Follow-up homing missile, and this should be a nice, easy kill on the Life Stealer. Pops the stick charges, but to no avail. They don't get the outpost in time, so...
Yeah, so that means they didn't get any XP on the Dire. That's going to really hurt Fiverr, because he's not even level 4 yet.
Illusion.
Bounty.
That is a big win going the way of his associates. Good rotation up top to kind of counter the movement that came up from the Quincy crew.
Backcraft.
Radiant's bottom
I mean,
tower is
SVG would be
under
level
attack.
6 right now.
Well, probably would have died either way. But yes.
Actually, to be fair, he'd be 1 experience shy still.
Okay, that's kind of comical.
So there you go.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
But a little nervous for Envy right now. He's 1K net worth behind the Invoker. He is recovering through the jungle, but it's also giving
I can't do it.
absolute
I did any math.
space to this Invoker. Quinn is having a free game so far. Down bottom. 5 to the homing missile thanks to Rage. They turn on to MSS. Quinn comes in with an EMP, but off the mark is now Brax ready to fight. Ulti up in 10 seconds.
Radiant's middle
Just want to
tower is
clarify in
under
case I misled anyone. It's
Dire's
only
top
150
tower is
XP. I'm
under
sorry I NA mapped it. He only had 349, not 449. My bad. I can't do math. Stupid.
Here we go. Initiation on the Viper, the level 5 clockwork. Now Moog comes in, big time damage. Brax trying to finish him off. Viper's still alive, actually turns. Throw comes out, call down. They've made the space. Brax will use the split, but can't get to the clockwork.
They got lasso though.
On this invoker. Brax needs to be a little careful. He's lost one of his pandas. They're going to try to chase down the Earth Panda and get him as he comes back.
They're chasing Staking mid. He had a surprise inside.
He's going to find that kill, and now the tornado. That'll set up onto Brax. 2 dead for the business associates. Quincy crew taking this fight. Storm, plenty of mana to zip out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That was a bold play by MSS to chase after the infested Rubik. I'm not sure if he knew he was in there. I think he did, but still gets the kill on Rubik and just narrowly lives with 50 health after the ignition.
Not the
Radiant's
biggest net worth gain
bottom tower
from
is
Quincy
under
crew. Still, Invoker and Gyro topping the charts. War working on the Aghanims. And Invoker, no Midas. Straight Solar Crest.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, no
is
Midas
under
is for
attack.
the Quaswax Invoker. Not the play. You want to be super active. I mean, you pointed out the Orchid earlier. That's definitely still a viable item, but Solar Crest is just more about like jacking up this gyro, like Alacrities and Solar Crests, and you know there's gonna be a lot of physical damage coming out because it's a Life Stealer who's gonna go Deso or Armlet, one of the two. And that Deso is one component away now. Remove a smoke here
That'll
from
be
the
a big
Dire.
timing.
Where are they going?
Radiant's bottom
They're going
tower
way
is
up to defend
under
that tier 1.
Radiant structures are
They're trying to
fortified.
catch him on the way out.
It looked like a smoke to the Roche pit, but they don't
This
have
is-
the means to kill
They
him.
have no hook shot here.
Power's
Radiant's bottom
dead.
tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
Clock's to level
tower
5.
has
It's
fallen.
Storm showing in lane. Not going to be someone they can bring down without hook shot.
And he gets the read.
Long zip into the...
Dire's
That was a
top
weird
tower is
move.
under
They scanned them too during all that too. Nice. That was a lot of wasted time. Dude, losing that outpost, it hurt them a lot. Because they really want
Yeah.
to start moving with this clockwork, and he is just so bad right now. MSS is like bringing over the creep wave. Viper's gonna be like, oh, thank God. Give me some of this.
Only hero without his ultimate.
Generally not the one you hope for.
Smoked up. Arcane rune up top. Ends up in the hands of Fiverr. The shotless clockwork. Go smack some creeps, dude.
I think he should alpha move it, not even skill it. Get level 6 and take another point in flare. Really show him who's boss.
The value.
Will someone please let me leech some XP? I hate this feeling. When you're running around and you're stuck between 3 heroes and you just want some creeps to die somewhere.
Yep. Kill an easy camp or some stacks in the other jungle. There he goes. Perfect.
Yeah, Quincy wouldn't let it go.
There it is.
Dire's top
It is
tower
under
is
a radiant
attack.
ward.
Yeah, we're gonna start the like vertical split situation. Radiant start playing up here, Dire playing down here. Now the big thing is that you're Dire side with Gyro, which means Dire gets both Ancients, which is really kind of stupid. But with the new setup, this is sort of what happens. Like Dire team gets both Ancients and Radiant has an easier Roche. Is kind of our new trade-off. So at least there's like something a little bit better for the Dire side now. In comparison. But that I would say is pretty bad for business associates. Because they're going to be getting a lot more gold on the Dire side. Like, you are living down here feels so nice as a gyrocopter.
Yeah, you're totally right. And it feels less risky to invade this part of enemy territory. It's always where Dire wants to be playing.
It's just like the only threat that you have as the raiding team is Roche and towers, and their Roche isn't like particularly great
Radiant's
here.
bottom tower is under
Plus, they
attack.
still have both of these towers up here, so they know that, you know, if you're off map long enough, they still have enough time to respond
Dire's
to the Roche by
middle tower
TPing to
is
those
under
towers.
attack.
I mean, they still have the mid tower, right? So
Radiant
To be
structures
fair,
are
it'll be
fortified.
better once Moo gets his death.
Yes, 100%.
Dire's
Then
structures
Roche
are
is
fortified.
pretty real.
Of course, Gyro will have killed like
Dire's
7
top
agent caps
tower is
by that time, but that's cool. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Storm's working on an Orchid. Envy's actually not that far off. Bloodthorn straight up that he has Q.
Dire's top tower is
Envy's
under
wilding
attack.
out today.
Sure is.
No Kaya? Who is this guy? I was gonna go Bloodthorn, guys.
Treads Bloodthorn. I like it. So I saw Kyle at the end of the last game. He was like,
Dire's
I'm
top
not a pro
tower is
player
under attack.
anymore, but HOD first item on Troll seems questionable.
Oh, was Kyle hanging out? That's nice.
Regeneration.
Yeah. He was not a fan of Envy's DP build.
Well, I mean,
first game.
you know, it takes a lot for Envy to win over Kyle with anything.
Things have really slowed down, though. Both sides happy just farming up this first round of core items. The Aghanims is out on the Gyro, so Yawar, his first step. And Quinn now has the Solar Crest, as well as the Scepter on MSS. So a lot of those first items complete. Just on the side of business.
Oh, they're coming.
associates.
Look out, Envy, you're under award.
Or Quincy, rather. Sorry.
What? Isn't he under award? Am I crazy? Wow, I thought MSS was about to just run him down with the Yule's lasso or something there, but he lived.
I have a lot of vision, I guess, afraid of the reaction.
Yeah.
Brax is showing up top. Now Brax goes helm the Dominator first. Whoa.
It's like you just build an aura. It's fine. It's the better aura this game. Like, armor's not that great versus the line. There's a ton of magic damage as they blow up the coddle.
And Biver. That it kills for business associates.
Was it worth stealing my rune? And this is that tower that they really want. They're setting the troll in behind with the net, too. Could get a catch on the Quinn. Not going to punish, though.
Dire's
Just going to play it
middle
safe.
tower has fallen.
Yeah, not really phased by the EMP.
Yeah, the infest was on cooldown, too, so they don't have that, like, big zip in.
Orchid.
Speaking of not phased, look where Brax went. Everyone else went this way, and Brax just wandered up to be like, what's going on?
Still has to split, and he will use it. Keep him alive.
Yeah, he's just sending the Earth Panda back. Yo, kill those pandas.
Worth money, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh no, the neutral got it.
Eight to 8. Less than a 1,000 net worth lead. Business nipping at their heels, and they pick up a gem at 19 minutes.
Again, another really early gen today.
Find MSS. They get the award. A shot falls short. Bat Rider still alive. Coddle ult comes down. EMP. Turn onto Snake King. He's actually going to be the first casualty of this fight.
I don't think they can fight
take
now.
The soul bind.
Yeah, they already
Connection.
split, right? Like, even usually when you force the defensive coddle like that, things go bad, but they don't have a way to initiate because they don't have the Brewmaster split.
Yeah. Good time to take a little bit of pressure. I think if that clockwork hook shot connected, things would have looked a lot different.
But alas.
It was just a little short. I think it would have been on the mark, but not close enough.
Couple heroes here. Still another minute, and Brax is the gem.
Yeah, he's up on the high ground. He's going to get forced out, but a lot of damage coming. Envy's going to go down first. Move finishes off Quincy. They do trade mid laners. Gyro's still quite healthy, though. That Aghanim's helping him out as Fear dies in the back line. Snake King, invisible.
Oh, it kind of worked.
Ghost walk. Hook shot. Revealed something. Sentry Ward comes down. Still an advantageous fight for the Quincy crew.
If I ever playing
The
that,
fact that Storm died first.
they might be playing some Europe here, guys. Just throwing out a wild guess of these hook shots.
Regeneration!
I will explain a few things. Oh, bottom now. They're going to catch the Bat Rider around the rune. Viber on his way in. Yule Scepter helping him out. Lifestealer in the cogs, then knocked out. Now homing missile. He does have rage. Pops it now. TP home, and he'll be fine.
Fiverr got that 95 ping rocking right now. Just how unfortunate.
Oh, Oh, Envy, he's going to get the ink swell. He'll jump right in onto the gyro, finds the stun, but doesn't feel like much damage is coming out. He just gets dumpstered. Cold Snap, very effective against the Storm Spirit. And they find Fear also. Soulbind comes out. It does tether to something, but it will make no difference.
Snake, be careful. Yeah, you're dead.
There's the hook shot. Viper connects on this one. 3-0. They have awoken from the slumber.
Radiant's bottom tower.
There's that Alacrity. Easy push. The Alacrity Solar Crest. This is awesome. You're like getting the best out of a support invoker, but he's also pretty threatening because rolling.
He does such an insane amount of damage. The only thing they're missing for this gyro is like a straight up save to like keep him in the front line, but that's partially what the Clockwork and the Coddler are designed for. You basically just envision Will-O-Wisp now at this point in the game as a giant like panic button in case your wire's in trouble. Just gives him freedom to go nuts, and he's a BKB done. Oh my god. This is a fat gyro. Yeah, this dire side gyro. Guys, get ready. You're gonna be seeing a lot of this.
He's accelerated quickly too. It's insane how the Ags fills both roles of giving you good team fight, synergy with other items, and also a lot of stats. Oh yeah, and it also lets you farm faster. Best in class across the board. And then when you can rotate in and win these team fights also, he's got an Imp Claw for some extra damage.
Radiant's
You are having a fun
under
game.
attack.
Do it with flair.
Fiverr closing in on that Blade Mail. What do we got on the Radiant?
Yeah, what is the turnaround?
Gem.
That's the question.
Aether on Snaking.
The Halberd could be
Nothing
huge,
on-
to be honest. If they catch Yoar before his BKB, that might throw off the time enough that they can pick off some of his supports and then maybe retreat. Yeah.
Feels like this Storm Orchid was a total bust. He's going to go BKB next.
Nah,
Very
Bloodthorn.
little pick-off potential. Canceled the Bloodthorn.
Radiant's
Ixnay.
bottom tower is
I was
under
looking forward to
attack.
it. Probably for the best, though.
Dire's
Oh, Quinn leading the
top tower
way as Quaspex Invoker does. Oh, that's it. King can't
Fine
slow him down.
move. Nice pushback with the cogs, right into a lasso, cutting off the path to retreat. Page, and look at that. The Yule's on the creep to make sure he couldn't jump inside. Is that what happened there?
I wasn't looking at that. I was trying to see where Fear was moving, but yeah, probably. Sounds about right.
Also dead.
Just so hard for him now with like the hookshot being available and the lasso. It's like you can't just like rage TP.
Double damage!
Roshan, the old double damage outside of Roche routine. I think I've seen this one before. A couple of times, in fact.
I think we can all agree it would not have mattered on this one.
Mask of Madness comes out.
I think Quinn just buys BKB here would make me pretty happy. I don't think he needs Blink.
Especially with the Force Staff. That could be into a
Yeah,
BKB.
just like the levels are the thing on Invoker. Like, he's so fast already. There's the Yule setup.
Oh, the cold snap. Quick fingers. Looking for more. No lasso. Down for 10. Kill defined as Storm goes to TP out. Tornado.
Oh my god, so close.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. Good on you,
Fiber,
Storm.
look at Fiber. My whole team's at like the wall. I'm just gonna capture this outpost when I know the enemies are nearby. They just have to run away. Anyone shows, he's just gonna hookshot and save him for his team.
Stupendous!
Yep. So nice playing Clockwork from a head like this. He can be such an intimidator.
Well, he's so many mobile allies. That's the best thing when you're playing Clockwork.
Yeah, oh yeah. Drax caught EMP, lasso, hook shot, it works. They want
Gem.
to finish him off before the split, and they will. That was pretty clean right there.
Nothing like losing your gem at 25 minutes. Make that a 9k lead, essentially.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That hurts. You give it to the Brewmaster thinking, oh, well, he's always going to get the split off. He'll be fine. He is a great gem carrier, but they've got enough lockdown.
Radiant's
Tier
middle
2
tower
mid.
has fallen.
Still a tier 2 standing up top. See what the crew want to do.
Radiant's middle
Light
tower
not going to
is under
connect
attack.
either.
Almost found him. Yuar's going for the game ender. He has hit the button. He believes he's invincible. I hope he buys it. I think it might be a little unnecessary. But I also don't see it being too terrible. Oh, look at the angle he's taking.
Initiation. Fiverr in trouble. He's going to go down first. Maybe the hook shot across. Sets it up for the coddle. And they slow. He's going to be the first one to go down. The Brewmaster split does secure the kill on
Look
the
at the Brewlings, though.
Brax is dying. Brax is dead. Yawar just straight kills him through the ultimate. Buyback on Envy now, trying to pick on the back line, but they've got too many tools to stop him. He's getting completely isolated. They save the lasso. He's going to die back now. Yawar barely still alive. Moo chunking him down quick. There's the disarm, and that's the Aegis. Just the Aegis. They get Snake King. Now he buys back.
They gotta get a kill. They gotta kill Yuar here. It's like the only hope. Everyone's buying back, and now they're just buying back and running away. Oh, no.
Yeah, Quincy crew, no. They've done so much economic damage here. That's 3 buybacks. One of them's a dieback. Over 3,000 net worth traded. Got a replay here as you see Envy jump into the back line. Gets off the Orchid, and that almost sets up the kill on Clockwork. Things take a bad turn. This Storm desperately needs the BKB, and now he's so far away.
Boom! There it goes.
That feels like first nail in the coffin there, bud.
Radiant's
Someone
top
clicked on
tower
Yuar. Said dog. You're a little close to death. You know, you die with Aegis that fight. Maybe get a butterfly.
Well, he'll have it in about 2 minutes, so...
Radiant's top tower
No
has
worries
fallen.
there. And this is the textbook Dota. Invade the enemy territory, shove in the lanes, keep them locked on their high ground, maintain the vision.
Strangle. I mean, they're still
Wait for him to
holding
come out.
2 observers right now on Viber. He's just chilling with them.
Well, yeah.
He's just standing here like, I am the observer. I don't know how I feel about this play.
Oh,
I don't know what this is.
an attempt to farm, I think. Now Envy's going to jump out. Yawar with BKB on. Coddle ult. It's a great exodus from Business Associates.
All right, this was actually good.
Picks up a passenger. Ooh, they're going to lose Envy, though.
Oh, no.
Oh, a couple of Yules. Now they're going to find Snake King. He gets knocked back. Great blinding light. Soulbind, not going to be enough. Now Moo pops the rage, ready to fight, trying to get the licks in. And it just tickles this gyrocopter.
Okay. Well, that was the let's try and force them into a bad fight on the low ground. Like something that actually favors us. And they might think it's only like 1 hero, so they won't have all 5. But unfortunately for Business Associates, all 5 were there from Quincy crew. It was a noble effort because they're going to lose the high ground fight. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they're about at that point. You're far enough behind. Do something risky. Try to break them up. Take the fight outside of the base. It was a good retreat. If they weren't quite so far behind,
Look at this
they
gyro.
definitely could bait with this life stealer.
Radiant's top
Yawar is just having a fantastic game. 17k net worth at 30 minutes. That's your standard big boy there. That's a butterfly now. Hook shot in. What do we got? Cogs on the low ground. Now Moon going to be caught by the lasso. Pulled into no man's land. Envy jumps out, looking to make a save. Drops the Orchid. Now he's in retreat also. Homing missile going to chase down Moo. The flat cannon kills him and Envy simultaneously. Brax also going to go down. No ultimate to save him. And we could be moments from a GG. No more outer towers. Business Associates light on buybacks.
Let's just say the studio lights come on here at the
And Archie blows. Your classic GG there. 30 minutes, 21k net with Quincy crew. Looking hot.
This was I love those games where I can legitimately say that every single person on the winning team did something like impressive. And this is definitely one of those games. I feel like I could shout out moments. I can visibly remember moments of this game for every single one of these players when they made a big play. And I think MSS maybe stands out the most in terms of like someone we didn't talk about that much, where he was just super solid. All his lasso initiations were good. And that's not an easy thing to do on Bat these days.